Okay, I'm going to recognize now the the chairman of the full committee for his 5 minutes. Thank you.
Thanks,
You're
Mr.
recognized.
Chair. Thanks for the recognition, and really appreciate the witnesses being here today and all the family members here today. You know, I wish I could say that we had in place everything we needed to keep our children safe online, and we weren't having this hearing today. And this hearing is about children. It's not about what's going on here in Washington, D.C., and it's about children. It's about the families in this audience who've lost children. It's about a phone call I had yesterday with the mother of Eli Heacock, who took his own life about 2 weeks ago because of something that was going on online. He was being scammed. He was, I didn't even know the term sextortation until I started talking with her. I knew what was going on, but I didn't know that term. And he was a twin brother. And because he was a preemie, he had a feeding tube. 16 years old, had a feeding tube. And his mother said to me that, well, at least he doesn't have to deal with this feeding tube anymore when the medical examiner took it out. And so he was a kid that everybody loved, that she said, I couldn't believe people from 5 counties showed up to be at his funeral. I didn't know he touched that many lives. I mean, these are who we're here to talk about. This is what this hearing's about. And I will say to my friend, the ranking member, that we want this to be bipartisan. We want these bills to get a bipartisan vote. And if everything was in place and to be in place, we wouldn't be talking about COSA and children's online safety, which we're going to have a bill this year, or it's going to pass as soon as we can get everything we need together to do. We're going to do Take It Down Act, where that's why we're having this hearing today, to get this moving quickly. There was a bipartisan group of House members and senators who met with the First Lady, and we all saw the lady who was here during the State of the Union that was 15 years old and had fake nudes of her. Somebody took a picture of her, took her face and put it on a body, an unclothed body, and sent it out to her entire school. Could you imagine being a 14-year-old girl? It wasn't her body, but could you imagine being a 14-year-old girl and know that everybody in her school thinks that they saw her without her clothes on? How horrifying that is. There was a young lady from New Jersey, the same thing happened to her. Those are just a couple of cases. Those are a couple of cases, and they happen to people all the time. And so we're here for a very serious issue. And I really hope that I'll take my good friend, the ranking member, up on her request that we make this bipartisan, because it absolutely has to be bipartisan, because it touches everybody in everybody's district. And I know some of us on this have the phone calls like I had yesterday. And if it doesn't, I mean, I know it moves everybody. I know it moves everybody here. So what I want to say is that the Take It Down Act, which and COSA and all these other bills that protect our children for online safety are going to be a focus of this subcommittee, focus on this committee, and we'll get them across the House floor. I know Take It Down Act has already passed the Senate, so if we move this we have this hearing, move it and mark up and move it out of committee and goes to the floor, it goes right to the president for signature and becomes law. And as I said, I wish everything was in place, and we weren't here today, but we're here today because not everything is in place. And we have the witnesses that are here that are in the front lines. And I said, I've been to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and it is actually phenomenal what you do and what you, I remember walking out there going, I can't believe you see what you see every day. But you do it because you want to protect children. That's why you're there. And you have to see it because people are doing it. If people weren't doing it, you wouldn't see it. And so we have to have laws in place. That was the first bill that I ever had signed by a president. President Obama signed a reauthorization of the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children when I was on Ed and Labor when I first got here. So I just want to hopefully use my time to say, I know we've all been touched by cases in our district. We all care. We all want it to be better. We wish we could 100% fix it, but we know it absolutely has to be better. And the predators always try to stay one step ahead of us, so we have to have these meetings, these hearings. We have to have these bills. We have to continuously and vigorously, as long as I'm chairman of this committee, we absolutely will vigorously look for ways so members of Congress or people don't have to, we don't want parents to see kids from all over the south central part of Kentucky showing up and say, I didn't realize that my child had touched so many lives. We want them to grow up so their parents can see how many lives they touch. And that's what this hearing's about. And I know, hopefully, this is what we focus on. We don't focus on a commission. There's issues for that and time for that. What we're here today is focusing on how do we protect children, and I'll yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it. Well said. Thank you, and God bless you. That's why I'm here, is to protect our kids. And I'm so blessed to have a chair and a ranking member that cares so much about our children, to save our kids, whatever it takes.